Okay, hi there, Brett and Jessica. Thanks for meeting me. This video is going to be a little bit of a meet my professor type video. I haven't done one of those yet, so this is my first one. I'm Sonia Pippin, the director of the Master of Accountancy programs, the online and the live program at the University of Nevada, Reno. And obviously the two of you are professors at UNR. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll go right into, I have about like 5 or 6 questions for you.
Sounds good. I'm Brett Rixom. I started at UNR in 2017. Just recently achieved tenure, which will officially start in July.
Yeah, that's good news. That's pretty awesome.
Definitely. And my name is Jessica Rixom, and the rest of the story is the same for me as well. So we started at the same time, and I also just got tenure. So it's an exciting time.
Just to clarify, obviously you have the same last name, so you are related.
We are.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good. Yes, people are going to be wondering about that. So, as I said, both of you are professors at UNR, and you are also teaching in the normal classes that we know on campus. When did you start teaching in the online Master of Accountancy program?
I started teaching in the summer of 2020 and have been teaching ever since.
Okay. And I started teaching in spring of 2023 in the program.
Okay, so Brett was first and then Jessica.
Yep.
What courses do you guys teach?
I teach Accounting 705, which is management accounting.
And I teach Accounting 759, which is financial reporting theory.
Okay, so quite different. Oh, and which ones do you teach like in the live program? Are those the same classes or is it different?
I just teach at the undergrad.
But the same class
level,
right? Yeah.
Yes,
or similar
class. Well, I do management accounting and advanced management accounting in the live classes.
Okay. How about you, Jessica?
And I teach classes in marketing. So I teach an international marketing class and a marketing strategy class.
Okay, so you guys come a little bit from different backgrounds, but you're both teaching in our online Mac program. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So how is teaching online different? What do you think is the biggest differences compared to the live program?
Well, I think the biggest difference is the asynchronous aspect of the online courses. I like it because it provides flexibility for everyone to be able to do their work in their own schedules.
Yeah, and I would agree. Like, I think the asynchronous element is a big part of it. Just kind of touching on something that is sort of a similarity between the classes that I teach that are live and the ones that I teach that are online is regardless of the format, I really like to have classes that are very discussion based, that are heavily focused on discussion. So then a big difference that happens when it's asynchronous versus live is in the asynchronous programs, those discussions they're happening on discussion boards, but we're still having that same level of interaction, that same level of discussion.
Yeah, so that's really good to know, because the asynchronous part, that's a question that comes up a lot of time when people ask about the online program. It's like, do I have to be on Zoom at a certain time, or are there like class time scheduled and things like that? And you both say no, not really. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct. Yeah.
So what do you love about teaching in our online program? What's really cool about it?
I love the discussions that the students have about the different management accounting topics. I think that's a nice benefit of asynchronous classes, is that it gives students time to convey well thought out ideas, which creates a nice back and forth between the students.
Yeah, discussion boards are actually something that I really love about it too, because I do like to have discussion-oriented classes. When they're live, you usually get an answer from 1 or 2 students before you move on. But by having the asynchronous format and having the discussion boards, you get to see everybody's opinions and their thoughts and perspectives, which I really like personally. And then it's also really good from, I think, a student perspective too, because you get to see your classmates' viewpoints and how they're addressing certain situations.
Do you have any like specific advice you can give? Like, especially you, Brett, you've been doing it for quite a while now. Any specific advice for students who come into that online MAC program? Maybe some that don't even have an accounting background or very little.
Well, I guess if you have very little background, then this would be even more time for it. But I would say to make sure to set aside dedicated time to complete all of your work for each of your classes. Because the classes are conveying a lot of valuable information. And if you don't have the accounting background, it's going to be unfamiliar information for you. So to get the most out of the class, you're going to need a large time commitment for it.
Yeah, and then same thing, like time management is really key. Making sure to set aside specific time. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in that situation where you're just saying, "Oh, I'll get to it when I have time." But we're all busy, so if you don't set aside specific time to work on it, then that free time you're looking for, it can be hard for it to suddenly show up.
Yeah, because obviously the people that come to that online program generally have jobs, families. They're like, that's why they're doing the online thing. So yes, then they are busy. So that makes sense. Yeah. Well, I guess I have a couple more questions. One is what's the best part about teaching or teaching in general and teaching online? What's the best part for you guys?
Honestly, for online, I really like the asynchronous aspect of it. I like being able to deliver the materials in different ways and seeing the well thought out questions that students have. I think having it asynchronous, it gives them that time of reflection to be able to come up with those good questions.
Yeah, and I really like seeing how students respond to each other. So there's times when they don't have the same opinion, or somebody will bring up a topic that somebody else never thought about before, and just being able to watch that interaction and being able to see how they're learning and how they handle that is, I think, a really great part of it.
And my last question for both of you is: do you have a favorite topic that you teach? And that can be online or in any of your classes. What's your favorite topic? Because I'll tell mine too, but I'll wait for it. I'll tell you. You tell yours first.
So luckily mine is management accounting. So my second favorite is auditing, which I even get to touch upon a bit in the online class. So
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool. Anything in particular in management accounting, like any like budgeting, capital budgeting, or?
So specifically for it, I actually like how important it is to be able to sort through information to find the relevant information at hand. Because creating the budgets and things like that, actually a lot of that can be done in Excel. It's what you use the information for. Because at the end of the day, management accounting is about helping make the best decisions for the company. So that would be my favorite topic in management accounting.
Cool. How about you?
Well, for me, I pull into the class, I pull in different theories from different business disciplines. And so for me, like within the class, it's not a specific topic that it's my favorite, but it's just the variety of topics. And I think that's kind of consistent for me across all the classes I teach. Like in the class that I teach, marketing strategy, it's not a specific topic, but it's seeing how like all these different pieces are moving together and how the different parts of the business interact. So I think it's a little bit more broad for me.
Okay. So mine is like very specific. Obviously I like almost every topic, but if I want to have like pick one singular favorite topic, it's going to be the tax provision, the accounting for income taxes. And I know all my students hate the fact that I love it. It's really cool. You should
Someone has to love it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go. Well, thank you guys so much for just answering my questions. And thank you so much for teaching in our program. You're awesome. We love that you're here. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. We're happy to be here.
Thank you. Yeah.